Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Galen Etland. We begin with a difficult story tonight. Portland police are investigating a deadly hit-and-run crash in the Lentz neighborhood. It killed a person walking along Southeast Tollgate and several animals. Our Tim Gordon reports 2 cars were involved and one of the drivers got away.
A horrible Saturday scene along Southeast Tollgate Boulevard at 100th Avenue. Police spent several hours investigating the crash that took the life of someone walking just before 7:30 in the morning. It happened at or near a crosswalk on Holgate. So far, police are only saying the crash involved 2 vehicles and that the pedestrian was killed in the course of the collision. Then one of the 2 drivers ran off. It looks like this car was rear-ended, and it does not appear this was a slow-speed collision.
That tells you that they were going way too fast for this area.
Tammy Binford grew up in this area, and living along Holgate now, she says speeding is a major problem.
We listened to them all night long, up and down here flying. Motorcycles, cars, the loud cars, they race up and down here. And it's just getting worse and worse.
The city designates Holgate Boulevard a high crash street. The speed limit's been lowered to 30 miles per hour, and PBOT has made some safety moves like improved crosswalks. Joe Cron says not improved enough.
There are no lights flashing at that crosswalk. There's some blind spots with the telephone poles blocking cars' views.
Cron says he and his wife use the crosswalk where the crash happened all the time.
It's very saddening. I think that I could potentially recognize the person, right? We walk these routes every day, and I don't know them. I don't know their life, but, that's a big loss for somebody in our community.
As for the vehicle traffic on Holgate, Tammy Binford doesn't see an easy solution.
I am not sure, seriously, unless they put speed bumps all the way up and down. It's the only thing that would probably slow them down.
In Southeast Portland, Tim Gordon, KGW News.
And just a little while ago, police also told us that 2 dogs the victim was walking also died in that crash. Police are still looking for the driver who ran from the scene, and they ask you to contact them if you saw anything or have security video that might help investigators. We have information about how you can do that on KGW.com. The Clark County Sheriff's Office, meanwhile, is also investigating a deadly crash. This one was last night at Northeast 99th Street and 21st Place. Deputies say a motorcycle rider may have been speeding, then crashed into an SUV, making a turn at the intersection. The 28-year-old rider was pronounced dead at the scene, and the driver of the SUV is cooperating with investigators. All right, the other big story we keep following. Portland police want your help to catch a killer. Last night, deadly gunfire echoed through the Powellhurst-Gilbert neighborhood. Officers responded to Southeast Powell Boulevard and 124th Avenue just before 8, and they found a victim who was already dead. Police are not saying much else about this right now. And new today, we're following the investigation of another shooting near North Commercial Avenue and Fremont. Medical crews responded just after noon and found 1 victim there. Anyone with information about either of these shootings should contact Portland Police Bureau or submit an anonymous tip. Now, through the ongoing gun violence, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler released a report today detailing the rise in shootings across the city between 2019 and 21. The report is by the California Partnership for Safe Communities. Researchers found Portland went from 36 homicides in 2019 to 57 in 2020 and 88 in 2021. The organization looked at both deadly and non-deadly shooting incidents and found a 144% increase in homicides and a 241% increase in non-deadly shootings. There is a lot more analysis of this, and we have got a breakdown of some key findings in that full report on KGW.com. All right, let's give you some good news now. An Oregon camp that started 14 years ago is again sharing skills of a lifetime. It aims to show young women that firefighting could be the right career choice for them. Our Christelle Kumwe takes us to the training center in Sherwood today.
Less than 5% of career firefighters are women, but a group of female firefighters and paramedics here at Portland Metro Fire Camp are pushing to make the profession more diverse.
Portland Metro! Fire Camp! Our intention with this camp is just to expose young women to what it means to be a firefighter.
The annual Summer Fire Camp is organized and led entirely by professional female firefighters from multiple agencies across the West Coast.
Our mission is to focus on teamwork, empowerment.
Samantha Lundaby with the Tualatin Valley Fire and Rescue is one of the camp leaders.
So we're trying to empower these young women to believe that, anything that they do, if they put their minds to do it, they can do it.
Participants come from all over the country for the free 3-day camp.
So get down on your hands and knees.
And tackle hands-on challenges at the Tualatin Valley Fire Training Center in Sherwood.
So we have everything from ladders to climbing an aerial ladder to extricating on cars.
Participants have zero fire experience but are here to see if this camp could potentially lead to a career in the fire service.
And so far, I'm really liking it.
Samantha Quint is one of the 40 young women between the ages of 16 and 22 taking part in this year's camp.
There are apparently a lot of different positions I could have in the fire force. I could be more on the media presentation. I could be more of helping with storage, utility, and I could also be a firefighter while doing that. So it's interesting, like all the perspectives that I could have and like different opportunities.
Opportunities that could carry them into a new profession.
We're trying to kind of change what it means in people's minds to be a firefighter,
with these female firefighters leading the way.
pushing them to believe that they can do it, and making sure that they're empowered to believe that they can do anything they want.
Christel Kumwe, KGW News.
Tough but important work.
That's a great way to describe them.
Absolutely. All right, well, meteorologist Joe Ranieri is here. I know some people might be a little bit disappointed. We're in summer, like mid-July, drizzly a little bit.
The calendar says mid-July, but
January late.
Yeah, I guess there's January. It doesn't roll off the tongue, it's January. No. But regardless, things will start to improve. You're going to have to wait a couple days to really see some more typical warm summer conditions. But yeah, we woke up this morning, a little bit of pockets of drizzle, kind of that more of that annoying drizzle, if you will. It wasn't quite raining, no heavy downpours, and we didn't see any measurable amount of rain, but we are going to be seeing conditions kind of improve heading into tomorrow afternoon. We'll be a little bit warmer. Currently, we're looking at temperatures on the west side of the state, mid to the upper 70s. Yeah, minus the cloud cover, it's kind of a nice afternoon out there with temperatures in the upper 70s throughout the I-5 corridor, the metro area. East side of the state, that's where the heat is. Burns 97 degrees. Rome over in that southeast pocket of Oregon, you're seeing a temperature of 103 degrees. Fire danger is going to be pretty high throughout the eastern side of the state because of the dry conditions and breezy weather that's going to be moving through. Out on the Oregon coast, we're looking at really nice weather. Temperature of 64 degrees. Got some waves crashing out there not far from the rocks along the beaches. 76 degrees in downtown Portland. Overcast skies, and we're going to be seeing more overcast skies heading into tomorrow, but where you're not going to be seeing much of the cloud cover will be throughout the higher elevations. I want to talk more about the red flag warning down in southern Oregon. This is going to be in place here tonight and into tomorrow throughout parts of Klamath Falls. Again, you're going to be seeing some very dry conditions, just low relative humidity, very dry in that side of the state, and that's going to be the case heading into tomorrow as well. Staying cooler for tomorrow, we'll be waking up to more of the morning clouds followed by afternoon clearing. Temperatures tomorrow will be a little bit warmer by a couple of degrees, and then we'll really see our temperatures warm up heading the early part of next week. I'm forecasting daytime highs heading into Tuesday closer to 90 degrees. And again, we're going to be staying basically kind of mild over the next few days. There could be a bit of a heat up and a warm up heading into the last week of July. I'll talk more about that in detail in just a few minutes.
All right, we'll see you soon, Joe. Thank you so much. And in anticipation of that sunshine, coming up here at 5 o'clock in this week's Healthier Together, we are highlighting the importance of protecting your skin from the sun's harmful UV rays. What to consider when choosing and applying your sunscreen. And next, a big step to boost access to mental health supports in a crisis. But will there be enough money to keep up this momentum?